Hi, this is Jared Trevino from Fit Forever. I'm talking about my philosophy on getting your body where you want it. I used to want to be this big muscle builder. I saw a lot of big guys on there, they owned the football field. That's what I was interested in at the time. And I would push my body to get to where I thought it should be. And my body started responding, as I'm sure some of yours has. My tendons started getting tight. I started getting sharp pains in the back of the elbows, in the front of the elbows, and in the shoulders. Eventually I learned, after some maturity, how to take signs from my body, from what it's telling me. And once a certain body gets tension, or tendons and ligaments get tension like that, we either have to take time to relax them and relieve them, or we have to learn that that might be the stopping point for that muscle. When I'm building my biceps are really as big as I want to get right now. Throughout the year, I continuously change my routine on what I'm focusing on. Right now, I'm focusing on building strength and some size. Because strength and size is my main focus for this 12-week period, the first part of my routines, and 70% of my routines, will be dedicated to strength sets and size sets. Now, typically I would include the arms with these strength and size sets. However, my arms are already as big as I want. I don't want bigger biceps. I don't want bigger triceps. All I'm looking for is a more defined chest, a little more up here. So I'll throw a couple light biceps at the end of my chest workout, a couple light triceps at the end of my back workout, just to ensure they're getting pumped, they're staying full of blood, they're staying strong, but I definitely don't give them the priority. When your obligation to yourself and anybody you're working with is to train the whole body for total body balance. Now, if you only get in the gym one time a week, then each time you get in the gym, you have to do a total body workout. You should start with the muscles you use the most, and you should phase to the ones you use the least. The muscles you use the most are also the biggest muscles on your body, and the ones you use the least are typically the smallest muscles on your body. The biggest muscles on your body are the ones that should get a dominated focus, are your legs. If you're getting one workout a week for 1 hour, 40% of your workout should include legs, or 40 minutes of your workout should include legs. Now, if you're breaking your body apart or training multiple times per week, then you can start splitting your body up. I train 6 times a week, so I always split my body up. During a strength and size phase, I split my body up into 3 major groups: my chest, my back, and my legs. Each day I'm training, I also include core exercises, which are typically very functional exercises, and integrate with the muscle system being used on that day. For example, when I'm training the chest, I'll include push-ups, different variations of push-ups, different variations on dips to ensure my stomach, my lower back, my obliques are engaging and working with the muscle system I'm training. Not until I'm training for cutting or leaning do I really slow down and isolate the abs on their own. From Fit Forever. Hey, I'm going to teach you about phase work. Everybody should be changing their phases as they go throughout the times of the year. There are times you should work on building the strength of a movement, and then there's times you should work on building the tempo of a movement or the variation of a movement. We're going to go through a couple different examples of this. We'll start with strength. For my strength pull-ups, I can do pull-ups relatively easy with my body weight. So what I'm choosing to do is add kettlebells. You can put weights in between your legs, you can do whatever you want. You can hold your kid on your neck if you want. I'm going to step on these kettlebells underneath my feet. I'll get my body in a good position. Since I'm working on strength, I'm going to get my hands to the inside, which is your strongest position, and I'm going to make sure that gets the priority of work. When you're doing strength sets, it should be so hard you can only get about 5 to 7 reps out. Doing strength work during the first part of your program, make sure you get rest in between each of your reps. Very important. The next demonstration is going to be for size. For size, one of the only similarities is the rest periods. When you're getting size, you want to give your muscle a little more time to recuperate. You don't want to hit another muscle instead. Instead, you just kind of want to isolate a different area, a different range of motion, and just squeeze it a couple times. On this size one, I'm going to switch the position of my hands a little bit wider, and I'm just going to go for a flex. When I'm doing the strength, I don't feel it as much. I'm just trying to get through the motion. When I'm getting to the size, I'm wanting to feel it. When you're going for size, those last couple reps are key. You want to keep the muscle under tension long enough that the blood can flow to the muscle, and you've got enough squeeze to really enlarge the muscle. You want to give yourself time to cool down, so each time during size, you can force that squeeze, force that blood. Every time I'm focusing on size, I get done with the set, and I squeeze. I try to squeeze those muscles, really fill them up with blood to ensure that enlargement of the muscle tissue. The last phase we're going to show you is a cutting phase. When you're getting down to you're cutting with your back, cutting is about calorie burning, it's about functional movements. We want to go from one exercise to the next with little to no rest. So the second you fatigue, you don't wait a second and do another rep or two. You go right to the next exercise so you can keep your calorie burning up high. Okay? When we're doing something like cutting, you're going to look for more of combinations like this. As you notice when I'm cutting, I'm allowing my lower back and my legs to get involved. Cutting is about burning calories and getting extra reps out of those ranges of motion. You don't need rest when you're cutting. Hit the muscles back to back to back.